Hello everyone, today I am going to be doing my first makeup tutorial of 2016, and yes, it's been over a month since I've uploaded a video. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is priming my eyelids using my favourite eye primer, which you guys all know is the Maybelline Colour Tattoo 24-hour gel cream eyeshadow in Creme de Rose. I will leave some links down below to each and every product that I used in this video, but that won't be there straight away after this video has been uploaded. But it will be there shortly. Then from the warm neutral palette, I am using a dark pink colour, or it's like a darkish medium pink, and I'm applying this all over my eyelid, all the way up to the crease. Because then I'm applying a crease colour from the same palette. All except one eyeshadow is from the warm neutral palette from M.A.C. The other eyeshadow, or maybe, I don't know, the other two eyeshadows that I'm using in this video are from the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette, and yeah. So I'm applying this all over my eyelid. Again, I'm using a flat shader brush from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. That's one of my favourites eyeshadow brushes to use, and I'm just cleaning up any mistakes where the eyeshadow might have fallen underneath my eyes or into my inner corner. And then I'm using a dark reddish brown, and I'm applying this in the crease using the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette brush, and this is a different type of brush to what they usually put in the naked palettes. Usually they have more flat brush, but this time they have a different type of brush, specially designed for smoky eyes, which is really good. And I'm using this to apply the crease colour, and I'm only doing this in a little bit at a time. So I'm applying a little bit, blending it out, applying a little bit more to the crease, and then blending it out again. So this will give a more kind of, I don't really want it to be that smoky, so I've decided that this is the best way to kind of get a controlled crease, crease colour, I guess, eyeshadow. And then I'm applying a little bit more pink to my eyes just to kind of help blend out the red in my crease, and then wiping away any eyeshadow that I didn't want. And yes, I'm going to do that, and then I'm applying some black eyeshadow, I think. Is it black eyeshadow? Maybe. No, I'm using a warm toned, sorry, that was the next stage. Sorry, I'm applying a warm toned brown to the outer half of my eyelid and blending it into the crease. And then I'm using a tiny little bit of black, I'm just cleaning up the edges there, to deepen up the look. This is from the Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette, which is, by the way, the most amazing palette ever. I actually haven't used it as much. It's a different kind of, the last two were more neutral, while the Naked Smoky palette is a little bit more, got a lot more kind of blue colours, greys. It's not as neutral as it was before, but I still kind of like it, but I haven't actually used it for looks. I did use it on Christmas Day to do like a very bluey eyeshadow look, but I wasn't really sure about it. I just thought it was a little bit kind of, I don't know, I just couldn't get along with it. I don't know whether it suited my eye colour at all, but I don't know. So now I'm lining my top lash line. This is going to bring some definition to the eyes and also make my lashes look a little bit more thicker. And I always do this, guys. Always line my top lash line, whatever eyeshadow look I'm doing. You guys know that unless I don't apply any eyeliner, guys know I haven't finished the look, and that I've probably forgotten to do. So I've forgotten to do it, and I need to do it, or I've run out of the thing and it just doesn't look finished. Strangely enough, I did actually forget to do my brows. I have 3 makeup tutorials coming up, and I think in one of them I forgot to do my brows, which was which was a bit odd for me because I usually fill in my brows. So then I'm applying some pink eyeshadow under my eyes, and be careful when you're applying red or pink eyeshadows. Sometimes it can make it look like your eyes are sore when they're not, it's just the eyeshadow. So if that's the case, make sure that it does look like eyeshadow and does not look like you've got a sore eye. So now I am going to be highlighting my inner corner and my brow bone. I'm using a rose gold to highlight my inner corner. This goes really well with the eyeshadow, the eyelid eyeshadow, eyeshadow on my eyelid. That makes more sense. Sorry guys. And then I'm using a kind of matte white to highlight my brow bone. Whenever I do a dramatic eyeshadow look, I always make sure to highlight, just because it kind of helps to brighten up the look and makes me look more wide awake, which you guys know is what I always aim for when I'm doing a makeup look. And of course, it helps just kind of bring the whole look together. And yes, guys, I got some black smudges on around my eye from an eyeshadow. Whoopsie daisy. Moving on, I am now going to be applying this new mascara, which is from Maybelline. It just launched a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, so I'm going to be applying this to my lashes. Yeah, so I'm applying it on my top and bottom lashes just to kind of help finish the look and also open my eyes. And then on the other eye, I just kind of evened it out a little bit with some eyeshadow because I thought it was a bit uneven. So just going back in using the reddish coloured eyeshadow, and I just kind of evened out the eyeshadow because it was a little bit lopsided. On my left eye, it was kind of perfect, and on the other eye, it was just kind of a little bit... It wasn't how I wanted it, so I kind of... just kind of from the middle of the crease, I kind of drew a line from the middle of my crease, the outer half of my eyelid, and then blended it into the crease like that. And then I got the perfect eyeshadow shape, eye shape, whatever, and then just kind of gave it, blended it a little bit, just to make sure it kind of looked blended, and then applied a little bit more of the pink eyeshadow just to finish off that eyelid. And then applied the mascara that I was originally going to apply to my top and bottom lashes, like so, just to finish off the eye makeup for once and for all. After this, I won't go back to my eyes, just because I know that it will probably smudge, or I just leave my eyes after that. And then I'm moving on to face makeup and brows, although I think I forgot to do my brows in this video, I can't remember. So I'm moving on to using my favourite foundation, which is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation in 0.5, and I absolutely love it. So I am going to be applying this with a flat foundation brush, which I use and I love it. And I'm just applying this all over my face where I want it. So I'm applying this around around my face, kind of blending it gently, and applying it to my forehead, on my nose, and on the side of my head. And then I'm using a flat top brush foundation brush to blend out the foundation, to make sure it's all blended out properly and doesn't cake, because if you let foundation dry without blending it out, it goes orange and it looks cakey. So I always say blend your foundation out properly, because if it dries, unblended foundation will kind of go orange and look cakey. Believe me, that's happened to me loads of times. So I'm just blending the foundation out. It's a tad too light for me, but I like it because it kind of brightens up my face. And then using the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in shade Fair 1, I'm applying this underneath my eyes. This is actually one of my favourite concealers. However, it's super brightening, gives good coverage, and I love it. So I'm just applying it around my nose and on some blemishes and spots that I have. So then I'm just blending it out. So now I'm just going to blend the concealer out by gently patting it and swiping it. You're not actually supposed to swipe your concealer, but I'm actually too lazy, so I swipe it just so I can get it over and done with. Yeah, that's what I do. Anyway, I really love this concealer. I definitely recommend it. It's I would actually it's like £5, 1.9. I'm not sure. It's kind of not that much, and it's quite cheap. It's like so much better than a high-end concealer, and for me, that concealer is worth like £40 that some kind of high-end concealers are, and it's just absolutely amazing and I love it. So now I'm contouring using the Charlotte Tilbury contour and highlight palette. I think that's what it's called. And I'm just kind of making a weird face and then applying the contour, the bronzer to my cheek, just under my cheekbones. And then I'm blending it out using a fluffy brush just to kind of blend it out, make it look more natural and not look like I have contour bronzer on my face. And then I am just kind of using my foundation that I use to apply all over my face, and I'm applying it just underneath the contour, just so it looks more contoured and natural. And yeah, so I'm doing that, and obviously if you feel like it still looks like you've got a stripe down your face, just go again with the powder brush and it'll blend it out for you. And then apply, if you still feel like it's not right, just apply a little bit of foundation again and it should look alright. It won't cake, I promise you. I have actually been trying this method out for a little while, so yeah. And I will have a detailed video of how I contour, apply foundation, what eye makeup I wear every day, in my new spring series, which is like the March theme is like the beginning of spring. So yeah, moving on, I'm applying my favourite blush, which is the Benefit Coralista, to my cheeks. This is obviously going to actually help bring a lot of colour to my face and also help the contour look a bit more natural. So I always recommend to apply a blush after you have contoured, because then it looks a bit more natural. And then moving on, I'm going to highlight my face now just to finish off the whole face makeup look, using this the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. And I'm actually using the flat contour brush to highlight, and I'm just applying some to my nose, some to my chin, some to my cheeks, like so, and then there's the finished kind of glowy face makeup look. And then I'm applying a little bit of contour, the bronzer to the side of my nose to make my nose look a bit more smaller, and then blending it out to make sure that I don't look like I've got stripes on either side of my nose. And then moving on, I'm going to be applying going to be filling in my eyebrows. I thought I actually didn't fill in my eyebrows in this video, but it must be another makeup tutorial that I have coming soon, which will probably be up tomorrow. So I'm applying some brown eyeshadow from the Bobbi Brown Old Hollywood palette. And I'm applying this to my brows, and then I'm blending out the eyeshadow in my brows to make it look more natural, instead of looking like I've drawn two lines on the top of my head, which is not what you want. You want your brows to look natural. And I'm just blending it out like so, using a brow and lash comb, or I don't know, yeah, brush or yeah, or comb, whatever you guys would like to call it. I'm not entirely sure what you call them. I think it's a comb and brush, maybe, not sure. Anyway, moving on, I'm applying this Jack Wills lip crayon, which is a nice cool colour, to my lips. This is a really nice cool pink lip crayon, and I really love it. But then I went ahead and added a more purple toned pink, which is, I can't actually remember the name of the brand, but it's a really, I will leave a link to that particular lipstick down below. So I'm applying that to my lips, as you can see, and it gives them more, it's really glossy and it smells just like blackberries. If you love blackberries, this is perfect. There is a range of different colours as well. So yeah. Moving on, here is the finished makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time for a new makeup tutorial.